Hey guys, so as some of you may know, I recently just moved away to college, and I've been living on my own, so I figured that I would give you some tips if you're planning to move out or live on your own. Now be aware that you will probably spend more money than you budgeted for, so have some money on the side just for those hidden fees such as utility hookups. You might have to pay for your laundry if you're in an apartment building, and you're probably going to forget some things that you need to live, such as toothpaste, detergent, that kind of stuff. And along with that, you're going to want a job, or you're going to want to have an interview set up if you're moving out of town, because I know living off of savings isn't always the smartest thing to do, because it will run out quite quickly that way. So just have something set up so that you will have the funds to live. Also, keep track of your spending. I know a lot of the time you'll get carried away, you won't realize how much you've spent, you'll go on a shopping spree, you'll pick up a few extra things that you don't necessarily need but you want, and sooner or later you'll run out of money and you won't be able to pay your bills, or so on and so forth. So just keep track of your money and know when you're going to be paid next, when the money's going to be coming in. Just be aware of all that stuff. And be sure to pay your bills. Bills come first before fun. If you can't pay your bills, you might get evicted, you might get water shut off, you might get heat shut off, and your credit will be bad. You'll have bad credit. So just pay your bills, and don't put it on credit cards and just say you'll pay it later. Just if you have the money, pay for it, and the fund will have to wait until you have the cash for it. Now, be organized. Being organized is very important when living on your own, because you're going to have to buy groceries, you might have to be in school, you might have classes. If you work, you'll have your work schedule, and you'll want to know when everything is so that you have time to get places and do what you're going to do, and then get back and go to the next thing. You don't want to have things too close together so that you can't get there on time, when you'll always be late. You're not going to always want to be late. So just be organized, keep an agenda, write everything down, use your cell phone, pager, whatever you want. Just be organized and be aware of time. Now, if you're moving to a different town or a different state or a different province, you're going to want to find out where things are. You're going to want to find the closest grocery store, the closest mall, restaurants, a gym. Just find out where everything is. If you're going to school, find out where your classes are. Figure out the transit schedule if you don't have a car. And just figure out where everything is so that it'll be easier for you to get around. Also, you will want to have an emergency number that you can contact at any time, just in case of an emergency, because if you are living on your own, you never know what's going to happen. Scary things can happen in cities and towns, so just have the emergency number just in case. You may never have to use it, but just to be on the safe side, have an emergency number. Go meet people in your building, meet people at a club, at a gym. If you're in school, just meet people that you're in classes with. Introduce yourself. If you're new to the apartment building or the complex or wherever you're living and you're confident enough, go door to door and introduce yourself. Get to know your neighbors. And if you do have a job, maybe you can hang out with people from work. You might have similar interests. Just find out a little bit about your coworkers, and maybe you can make some friends that way. Now, only bring what you need. Don't bring all the clutter from high school or middle school or wherever you just were in life. Don't bring the stuff that you don't need. The old love letters, you don't necessarily need them. Yes, they're a good keepsake, but if you don't have the room for them, keep them at mom's place or a storage unit or something like that. Just bring the stuff you're going to need and that you're going to use. Because when space is limited, you don't want to be you don't want to have just papers everywhere. You're going to want to be organized and have the essentials. If you have old clothes that you don't wear, before the move would be a good idea to donate it to Goodwill or Value Village or Salvation Army or just something like that, or give them to a cousin or something. Just get rid of your old clothes that you don't use. And you're going to want to keep in touch with your family and your friends. Now, with the internet now, it's really easy to keep in touch. There's Facebook, Skype, you can text, Instagram, Snapchat. There's so many ways to keep in touch with your friends and family from home if you're out of town, or even if you're just across town, you can still keep in touch with them through these sources. Now, I believe that's everything that I have on my little list here. If you think of anything else, leave a comment below if you think I've forgotten anything. And subscribe if you want some more videos like this, okay? Bye, guys.